report on David Copperfield as read through a pair of Google glasses. It is also a book report about the top 100 results for David Copperfield on Google. David Copperfield is amazing. David Copperfield is a wonder. David Copperfield is magnificent. David Copperfield is a novel of passionate jealousy, sniveling hypocrisy, and cold-hearted fraud. David Copperfield is a humorous novel? Please give me some reviews about that. David Copperfield is in the interview that follows. David Copperfield is an example of anyone's life of overcoming adversity. David Copperfield is known to embody many of the early experiences of his author. David Copperfield is largely based on Charles Dickens' own plight as a child. David Copperfield is more or less an autobiography of Charles Dickens' life. David Copperfield is an autobiographical novel by Charles Dickens. David Copperfield is widely acknowledged as the most autobiographical of Dickens' novels. David Copperfield is the novel that draws most closely from Charles Dickens' own life. David Copperfield is a drama based upon the book by Charles Dickens. David Copperfield is fiction that contains amounts of Dickens' own personality. David Copperfield is the hero of a novel by Charles Dickens. David Copperfield is the embodiment of Dickens' own boyhood experience. David Copperfield is Pip without human frailty. David Copperfield is born at Blunderstone. David Copperfield is born shortly after the death of his father. David Copperfield is Pooh. David Copperfield is conventionally Victorian. David Copperfield is a young English boy living a life of happiness. David Copperfield is to go into the parlor. David Copperfield is soft-spoken. David Copperfield is extensively enhanced with 13. David Copperfield is no comedy. David Copperfield is filled with colorful characters. David Copperfield is filled with characters of the most astonishing variety. David Copperfield is in love with Doris Benlow. David Copperfield is sexy. David Copperfield is conjuring up trouble again. David Copperfield is more than just magic, as he puts it. David Copperfield is available on the Illusion Works. David Copperfield is hoping some of his magic rubs off on a planned restaurant near Disney's Magic Kingdom. David Copperfield is a master illusionist. David Copperfield is a frog. David Copperfield is more or less coming to Beijing. David Copperfield is deceptive. David Copperfield is the executive producer. David Copperfield is the world's greatest illusionist and not ashamed that he too has a cannibalistic passion for human testicles. David Copperfield is perhaps the biggest name in magic today. David Copperfield is a dream come true. David Copperfield is with Agnes. David Copperfield is at the end of the novel. David Copperfield is a good book. David Copperfield is made possible in part thanks to the generous donations of IU Auditorium season sponsors. David Copperfield is a wonderful book. Click here to buy it at Amazon.